given with so basically in this question what we are given with a sorted array. Like let's take the first example only. Uh, Here we are given with the sorted array means of this first only. -10, -3, 0 and 5, 9. -10, -3, 0, 5 and 9. Basically this is sorted and we need to create a binary search tree from this. So how we can do that? Basically binary search tree has the property that in a binary search tree we are having left less than mid and mid is less than right. So we need to follow this property only, and as our array is already sorted, so it would be easy to make a binary tree out of this. So how we will be creating that? So first thing, to follow this property, what we need to do is we need to find out the middle of this array. So when we will find out the middle of the array, so thing would be that now 0 would be the main root and the left subtree would be -10, -3. These, these two nodes would be in our left and these two nodes would be in our right subtree. And it is following the property that left is less than middle and middle is less than right. Basically 10, -10 and -3 both are smaller than 0 and 5 and 9 both are greater than 0. So that's why we need to choose the middle element every time. Now the part which comes up is that how we need to create a further subtrees of this binary search tree. Now the thing is that we are having -10 and -3. Now we are having just two nodes, and from this two nodes either we could create a binary search tree like this, that -10 is here and -3 is here. Means basically both of them are in leftward movement. Or we could create that -10 is here and -3 is here. Basically this will be acting as the leftmost and this will be acting as right. And same part goes for here, that we could do it like this, that 5 is our rightmost and 9 is also our rightmost only. So it will be simply like this, 5 and 9. Or we could create it in this manner, that 9 is here and 5 is here. So these are the possibilities for making our binary search tree in further steps. And whatsoever possibility we choose out of these four options, it will be accepted as it is already mentioned in the question. Moreover, it is also mentioned that it should be height balanced. And out of these four possibilities, if we make combination of any two of them, then also it will be height balanced only. Height balance simply means like uh, if we will be creating a binary search tree like this, say we choose the first option only, that -3 is here and then -10 is here, and then here we are choosing 9. Okay, and then here we are choosing 9 and here 5. So here also it is a balanced, high balanced binary search tree, because here we are having null and here also we are having null. Basically again it will be having same nodes, same number of nodes at same height. Means here there are two nodes and here there are four nodes. Means two in this and two in this subtree. Means there is no difference between having a node that is On one side it is having more number of nodes and on other side it is having less the number of nodes. So that's why it is already a high balance subtree. So now let's take some more examples. Basically for other subtrees, for this part, if we take example of this, means our second example, minus 10, minus 3, 0, 5 and 9. Minus 10, minus 3, 0, 5 and 9. If this is our input array, so now again how we need to create a binary tree out of this. So for following the property of left, mid and right, we'll again choose the middle element, right? So here our middle element is 0. So our binary search tree would be like this. And here we will be having this minus 10 and minus 3. And here we will be having 5 and 9. But it's similar to previous example only. So let's take some other example where we could have, like here we are having 5. So let's take example where we could be having 6. So for that, let's take this 0, 5, 9, and let's take 10, 18. Now the size of the array is basically even in number. And now comes the part that how we need to choose middle of this array. So for choosing middle of this array, what we will be doing is we'll choose the middle which is towards the right rather than towards the left. Basically, we won't be choosing middle as 0, we will be choosing middle as 5. So now the root of our binary search tree would be 5 and we would be having minus 10, minus 3 and 0 as our left subtree and 9 and 10 as our right subtree. And here the part of height balance will be most important because we are having more number of nodes at left subtree and less number of nodes at right subtree. So in this case, we need to be careful about making this binary search tree. So now the root is this, and now we need to choose. Now basically we'll see that it is also like an array only where we need to choose the middle element. And here the middle element would be minus 3. So our new root would be this. And next we are having minus 10 in 0. So now minus 10 will act as left and 0 would act as the right node of this minus 3. And next we are having 9 and 10. Now either we could make a right subtree like this, that we are making it 10 and 9, or we could make it like this, that we are choosing it like this 9 and 10. I think both order it will be accepted. Now let's make it like this 10 and 9. In this manner it will be like it is filling from the left side only, means it is complete from the left side. So this would be also height balance because here we could add a null node. So and moreover at each level we are having equal number of nodes. Means in this subtree we are having one node and in this subtree also we are having one node. So basically we are having filled up with equal number of nodes at same level. At next question, what is there is that we are having two nodes here and two nodes here. So again it is height balance, which is we are having both of the nodes at same levels. So after all this, we can say that how we are creating a binary search tree from this array. Basically, we are simply finding out the middle of the array and then we are creating we are again finding the middle of that new subtree which is here. Here also we had found out the middle and then we have created the subtree again. So that's how we are at the each level we are finding out the middle. That is, we are having this main array. In main array, we are finding out the middle, and then whatever part of that array we are having in its left would act as left subtree, and whatsoever will be having at the rightmost will act as right subtree. So, and we are doing this again and again until we reach that portion where we are done with the whole array. So that's how it gives us the intuition that how we could solve this question is like we need to simply do binary search on this array to find middle every time and thus creating a new binary search tree out of this sorted array. So now let's come with this code that how we need to code the solution, basically this algorithm. So here what I am doing is basically I have written two types of code. First one was simply by finding out by using extra space. You see what we were doing was that it was simply like that we are creating sub-arrays at all the time. So that's why moreover here has created a recursive solution. In this recursive solution, we have taken our base cases because in a recursive solution, what we require is basically a base case and what choices we need to make. So here the base case is simply when our initial array is 0, means its size is 0, then we need to return null. That is, there would be no tree out of that. So that's why we need to return null. And then if we are having a array which is having just one element, so we simply need to return the tree node itself where the value would be nums of 0, that is that single element only. And then I'm simply doing binary search. This whole portion is simply like doing binary search on this array. And how I'm doing is that first I'm finding out the middle of the array which will be created at that moment. And then at each recursive call, what I would be doing is I would be creating root at every recursive call. That whatever would be the middle element, it its value would be given to the root, and then I would where when I would be having that middle element, then whatever would be in the left, I will be storing that in my left int vector, and whatever would be in the right, I will be storing in right int vector. So this is how my left subtree and right subtree would be created. Here the syntax is simply like as I have created this vector and from that original array, from the beginning of this original array to the middle of that original array, I'm storing everything in the left int vector, and for this right int vector from the starting of the that particular array plus middle plus 1, basically whatever would be at the middle, I need to simply start from just next element from that. So from that part till the end of that array, I will be creating the right subtree. So basically every element would be stored there. And in this part, what I'm doing is I'm simply calling the left subtree, and here I'm calling the right subtree. When I'm calling the left subtree, it will be passed to this function, and for that left subtree, it will again calculate the middle and then create a new node, and then it will again create its left and right subtree. So this is how the left subtree will be going on, and same will go on for this right subtree. So by doing this, we are basically using extra space also. So that's why we need to optimize the solution. it is only doing the binary search only, but we need to optimize it to use no space in this and it can be done. So that's why for that fact, I've written one more solution and here it is. In this, first I simply check for the base case that if my nums array is already 0, then I need to return null. Then I would be simply calling a recursive function solve where I have passed this nums array, then 0, basically the starting index of my nums array and ending index of my nums array. So now comes the main function of this question, basically the recursive function which is doing all the things. So what I have taken as the base case is that whenever my start would be greater than end, then I need to return null. That is, my pointer has reached a position that now no more further binary search could be done. So that's why I've taken this condition. And next, I have simply calculated the middle. Here I have also taken care of the portion this, which I have earlier explained that when we are given with the array where we are having basically even numbers, that is here it was even, that is its size was simply 6. So that's why rather than choosing this, we were choosing this element. So for that fact only, in that code I have written this thing that I am choosing end minus start plus 1, so that that particular element could be chosen rather than the one which is middle towards the left. So that's how my middle is calculated here. Now the next thing is that I need to again and again create the root node. So that's why I've written this like tree node star root equals to new tree node and the value which will be passed is the middle which we have found it. Then I'm simply calling the left subtree and the right subtree. When I'm calling the left subtree, what I'm passing as the starting and then I'm passing the middle minus 1 element. And when I'm calling the right subtree, I would be passing the middle plus 1 element and the end element. So this is how it will be simply again and again calling the array, but it will stop at that moment when my start will exceed the end. So this is how this code will work, and time complexity is basically order of n log n. Why order of n log n? Because we are doing simply binary search in this, and when we are doing a binary search, in binary search what we are doing, we are creating a tree which simply divides it into equal halves at each moment, that is into left subtree and then right subtree. Then left subtree is also again divided into left subtree and right subtree. So this is how it will be dividing itself into two equal parts at each level, and at the end what it will be doing when we calculate the all nodes at the each level, it will be simply coming out to be as log n. So that's how it is log n, and why we are multiplying n with it, because we need to at the end merge the whole elements again. So that's why it's n log n. And here we are not using any extra space. If we count the recursive stack as the extra space, then it will be there. But if we ignore the recursive stack, then there is no extra space counted. So that's why it's order of 1. So this was all about this question.